This is an official marketing clip pushed and created by Warner Brothers DC and James Gunn for Supergirl.
How did it come to this?
Yes, and the famous tagline has now been turned into truth, justice, whatever. This is even a further insult to the original line. First it was no mittens.
Truth and justice and all those good things.
Now it's straight dumbing it down, imbuing it with nihilistic undertones. And to say so is not being hyperbolic, when the word whatever is mentioned as a replacement within the context of a phrase that involves proper ethics.
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
For some reason they cast Will Poulter in a wig
It's not a very high bar to clear.
Let's look at the visuals of Supergirl and compare it to Man of Steel's. Say what you'd like about Zack Snyder, some criticisms are legitimate, but he knows how to make a movie look like $1 billion. Oh, yeah, not always, but he did on Man of Steel. That movie is the best looking Superman film amongst all iterations. The same thing cannot be said about James Gunn's Superman. After this and seeing Supergirl's trailer, I could not have expected I'd be longing for 2023's The Flash. A movie which, before I saw it, knowing that Supergirl was going to be in it, thought it was going to have a bad case of girl boss, a la Captain Marvel.
As we've discussed previously.
What I saw was unexpected, though limited when it comes to screen time. This is a Supergirl played rather well and surprisingly by Sasha Calle with pathos. A Supergirl who holds respect for others and love for her cousin Kal-El. Sasha Calle's performance was a surprise and would have been great to have seen her in a future iteration. The ending of 2025 Superman showed a petulant, annoying, irresponsible, drunken to all intents and purposes slut who demeans Clark in his own home.
Thanks for watching him, bitch!
There goes our so-called leading lady. Thanks, James Gunn.
Mediocre movie fatigue.
Now some may say, well, a character arc has to start off somewhere at a low point, Kyle. Yes, you'd be correct, they do. But they don't have to start off this way. Now what are some of the most notable arcs in the superhero genre? And let's even keep it to female leads. Wonder Woman starts off Diana as naive and unlearned when it comes to the mainland customs and realities of life, the fish out of water archetype. It has fun with it, and most of all, utilizes that characterization for dramatic effect. In Kick-Ass, Hit Girl starts off cursing like a sailor and slicing up guys left and right. How did they pull that off? Well, Hit Girl was well-meaning, unconventionally trained at a young age by her father, and unfortunately plucked out of adolescence to become a deadly weapon. It also helps to have Nicolas Cage as your dad. Now, I can't judge Supergirl as a whole yet. One of the principles that I hold is that I do not condemn a movie until I've seen its entirety. However, when you look at a trailer, it's supposed to convince you to want to see the movie. This has done the opposite. It has made me want to write and make this cinethesis to share my grievances with you. Hence, my condemnation is toward what is being presented to us in the trailer. Some may excuse her behavior because she is grieving for Krypton and her people, and that we should have sympathy for her, and not condemn Kara while she drinks like Nick Cage in Leaving Las Vegas. With James Gunn and director Craig Gillespie glamorizing and trying to make this juvenile destructive behavior look cool, is repulsive. Here's a quote from Gillespie himself. "This is really an anti-hero story. She's got a lot of baggage, and a lot of demons coming into this, which is very different from where Superman is in his life." Demons, you say? Well then why are they putting quirky fun punk music over something as serious as that? Hey, let's try putting that kind of music over a scene from Constantine, another DC character that may get the James Gunn treatment.
Mediocre movie fatigue.
To play opposites advocate for a moment, is it possible to pull this kind of anti-hero characterization off? Well, let's see. Take a look at the character of Tiffany in Silver Linings Playbook, who has recently lost her husband after he was struck by a car while being a good Samaritan. Her way of dealing with the grief is to sleep with everyone in her office, where then, unsurprisingly, she is fired and moves back home with her parents. Now, does the movie treat her sleeping around in any exploitative way? No. The movie even calls out those who would.
You may not have experienced the shit that I did, but you loved hearing about it, didn't you?
So the trick? Not to dwell on or idealize a person's unhealthy behavior. It was a mistake making James Gunn the captain of the new DC universe. He peaked with Guardians, where he made his stamp on pop culture, and it worked for those characters. Doing this nihilistic dreck, contriving Superman and company with this juvenile punk rock style is an insult. I don't want anti-heroes in the mainstream. Anti-hero stories are supposed to be niche, not what pop culture mostly sees. They're the exception, not the rule, especially when it comes to younger audiences. Never would I have expected myself to say this, but with Warner Brothers about to be bought out and them subjecting pop culture to this, maybe Netflix gobbling up WB isn't as bad as it seems.